All right, so I'm in my kitchen. Hopefully, it's not too echoey. But a few days ago, I was on a Dean TV live stream. We were reacting to Hyatt America Live, and this guy called Coab joined the stream panel. This senile old man who doesn't seem to understand things. He asked me if I will ever make up with Level 1 Online. And I answered, no, I don't come on the internet to be friends with 40-year-old virgins. And, I left it at that. But then today I was thinking about it. And I was thinking about these similarities between Level 1 Online and Darius Truxton. They have so much in common, yet they're at each other's throats on the internet for years. They're both in their mid-40s. They have no families. They're incels. They rot away indoors, vegetating in front of video games all day. You got Darius Truxton playing his baby games on the Switch. You got Virginago pirating his emulated SNES games because he doesn't have a job to buy any. And I started to think, couldn't those two guys be friends? I mean, they have so much in common. They can relate to each other. At least they could message each other on Valentine's Day, talking about what the best pastimes are when you're alone in your bedroom, etc., etc. And I made a very, very interesting observation. I realized there's a common phenomenon with these LOLCOW people on the internet, and that is that their parents always seem to have a small number of children. So, in the case of Jason Virginago and Darius Truxton, their parents each only had 2 children, which I find strange because I am the oldest of 5 children. 2 is a lot less than 5, obviously. I didn't need to say that. Well, I had to say that for Albert Menendez, but yeah, this is a bizarre phenomenon. And, if you actually theory craft about it, you actually think about it, right? If those parents if those parents never wanted any children, right, and they had 1 child, okay, fair enough, that was a mistake. They'll be careful in the future. They won't have any more children. But with these incels, these lolcows, they always have like 1 normal sibling, okay? Keith has his normal sister, his school teacher's sister. She lives a normal, successful life. And then Virginago has his brother Mark, who moved out of the house years ago and is living his life normally. He's not rotting away in a bedroom. And I wonder if these people ever ask themselves, why do I only have 1 sibling? Right? Well, I'm here to give you the answer. You are the reason they only had 2 children. Because they went and they had 1 child and they thought, oh, this is great, this is lovely, we've created life, this is amazing, bringing life into the world, this beautiful baby we love and will nurture, right? They then go and have a 2nd child, and then one of those children, whether it's the first one or the 2nd one, turns out to be somebody like you, a problem child, a misbehaving brat, just who wants to tantrum all day. You ask them to do a chore or something, and you get this response: I just want to watch TV and sports and play video games. And then you got this other incel who loses at Street Fighter and runs around smashing things in his mother's house at 40 years old. He then gets grounded by his own mother at 40 years old. Like, when those parents realize, oh shit, we have a problem child, a switch flips inside of their head. That natural instinct in their head that every single living creature has, telling them to procreate, to reproduce, to grow the population of the species, that instinct gets turned off. And if you actually think about it, if you were sitting there deciding whether you wanted to have a child or not, and you knew for a fact you would create a problem child with a mental disability, behavioral problems, blah, 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 something else of that nature, most people would actively choose not to have a child if they knew that would be the outcome. Okay? Well, that's the same thing that happens with these parents of these LOLCOWs. It's either a subconscious decision or not, but they realize, there's a real chance here that my next child will also be this smelly incel rotting away in a bedroom for, 40 years. I mean, is there no room in Nelda's big suburban house for a third child? Is that why you don't have a second sibling? Are your parents in a bad financial situation? They couldn't afford another child? Is that the reason? I don't think so.